You
Claire
always
opens
know
her
how to
eyes
make
in a
me
hospital
laugh.
room. Sterile white, mechanical
I had a really
beeping,
great time
voices
today.
fading in and out.
I miss you already.
She's disoriented, her body frail. Dr. Evelyn Hart tells her gently, "Claire, it's 2025. You've been unconscious since 2019. Claire panics. Her last memory is of a stormy night, driving home to tell her husband she was pregnant. Where's Daniel? My husband? Evelyn pauses, looking stricken. He's not here. He stopped visiting years ago. A tremor runs through Claire's body. The machines beep louder. Evelyn calms her down and says quietly, "You survived something no one thought you would. You'll get your answers, but slowly." Claire turns to the window. City lights blur through the glass. Everything familiar feels gone. Weeks into her rehabilitation, Claire learns to walk again, talk again, relearning her own body like a stranger's. A nurse hands her an envelope left behind years ago by Daniel. Inside is a single note. "If you ever wake up, please don't look for me." I had to move on, no signature. Just his handwriting, cold, final. When she asks about her pregnancy, Dr. Hart tells her gently she lost the baby in the accident. It's like losing her life twice. Through old news articles, Claire discovers Daniel sold their house, closed her art studio, and remarried 3 years after her coma began, to Rachel Green, a businesswoman. Her world feels stolen. But as she scrolls further, one photo catches her breath. Daniel and Rachel at a charity event, and in the background, a painting she recognizes. Her painting, Claire sneaks out one evening to visit the Green Dawson Foundation Gallery, a high-end art space. Her own artwork hangs there, renamed, credited to Rachel Green. Standing in front of her stolen painting, she whispers, "You took my name. You took my work." Liam Hart, a journalist photographing the exhibit, notices her trembling hands and quietly helps her sit down. When she tells him her name, he goes still. "You're Claire Dawson?" "Was," she says bitterly. "Until they buried me alive." Liam reveals he's investigating a case of insurance fraud connected to Daniel, who had collected a large life insurance payout after claiming Claire was declared medically unrecoverable. "He cashed in on your coma," Liam says quietly, "then erased you." Claire stares at the painting again, fury rising through her numbness. "Then I'll paint myself back into existence." As Claire slowly regains fragments of memory from before the crash, she recalls the argument with Daniel that night. She had confronted him about financial discrepancies in his business, and about Rachel, who was then his colleague. He had grabbed her hand and said, "You always ruin everything with your suspicions." Then headlights. Tires screeching. The memory ends there. Claire confides in Dr. Hart, who hesitates before saying, "You weren't just my patient, Claire. You were my friend. I treated your injuries personally. What I saw in the wreck, it didn't look like an accident." Dr. Hart reveals there were brake line cuts, but the police classified it as mechanical failure. Her voice trembles. Daniel pressured the hospital to keep it quiet. Said it would destroy him, Claire's pulse pounds. For 6 years, her silence protected the man who tried to erase her. Liam helps Claire secretly gather evidence, hospital files, police reports, gallery contracts. Together, they confront Rachel, Daniel's new wife, at the gallery. Rachel listens in quiet disbelief. "He told me his wife died in the crash. I didn't know you were alive." She shows Claire a storage room full of unsold paintings, all Claire's early works, repainted and signed under Rachel's name. "He said these were his mother's," Rachel whispers. "He lied about everything." When Daniel walks in, the sight of Claire stops him cold. "You're not real," he says, backing away. "Neither was your love," she replies. Claire exposes him publicly. Liam's photos and documents go viral, revealing Daniel's fraud and theft. Rachel files for divorce. The gallery shutters overnight. Months later, Claire opens a small art studio, her name back on the wall. Her story now whispered across art circles as the woman who returned from the dead. Dr. Hart visits, apologetic but proud. Liam stays by her side, quietly helping her rebuild, not rescuing her, but reminding her she was never truly gone. One evening, Claire finishes her first new painting, a woman emerging from water, light streaming down her face. She titles it Awakening. At her first solo exhibition, a journalist asks, "What inspired your comeback?" She smiles softly. 6 years of silence, and the realization that some endings are just waiting for you to open your eyes. The camera pans out, her paintings glowing like new life as the music swells.